Good day, brothers and sisters. This is your host, Job Moraga from Marang Spiritual Ministries. Brothers and sisters, this video is going to be very short. I just want to give feedback about one of the videos that we recorded about the word Mars Krefteling. And I did say that it was a spiritual riddle that I couldn't understand. Thank you very much, all of you who took their time to give your opinions as to what you believe the word means. And as much as I have seen all the comments and the suggestions, I think what I'm going to read made more sense to me. Not that the others didn't, it's just that this seems to be more accurate. And this comes from the Val, from a gentleman called Puff again. You'll remember, brothers and sisters, in my first video with the Saint Twins, I mentioned a young man called Puff who was way ahead of me. Still young, but he was way ahead of me, at least spiritually. He knew things that I didn't know. He saw things that I didn't see. You would recall that I mentioned that at some stage I saw an old man and a young man standing on his right-hand side, and then there was a chair which was empty and marked with a cross, and I couldn't understand what the meaning of all of that was. And the old man was wearing a golden crown, and the Spirit referred me to one of his videos, and exactly what I saw he had seen, and then he was able to interpret what I've seen for me. I had since got into contact with him. I called him. We had a long discussion, and he explained everything to me like a 3-year-old so that I should understand. And again, thank you again, Puff. You have come to the rescue. And I believe that what I'm seeing here is accurate, because let me give context to it. When we grow up in villages, we are raised in villages or in towns and cities. We've got those who came before us, and I know some of them used to take my hand, and they used to look at my hand, and my nails had these white marks. Let me call them white marks. They would look at our hands, and they would look at these white marks on our nails, and then they would say that you are going to be a rich man. And recently, I spoke to somebody very close to me about that. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I said, our elders used to look at our fingernails, and they used to look at our hands, and they believed that they could tell, how your life is going to turn out. I think that was an answer to that. So what the angel was saying is that it's a form of divination. What the angel was saying is that, because I spoke about it openly over the phone with somebody, hopefully, what I believe he picked it up, and then he wanted to correct it. So this is what I've got from Puff. I think he did some research, and this message is what I believe answers the question that I asked. And this is Norwegian, by the way. It's a Norwegian term. Mars Krefteling is a Norwegian term. Now I'm reading, which translates to palm reading or palmistry in English. It refers to the practice of reading and interpreting the lines, mounds, and shapes on a person's palm to gain insight into their personality, future, or destiny. This practice is an ancient form of divination which has been part of many cultures for thousands of years, including Indian, Chinese, and Greek traditions. In palmistry, the lines on the palms are thought to reveal various aspects of a person's life and character. In Norway and other Scandinavian countries, Mars Krefteling is a term that can refer to the art of practice of palmistry in general. So you'll recall, brothers and sisters, just to give context to what I've just read, you would recall that I mentioned that there was this angelic being who wrote the word Mars Krefteling. and I couldn't understand what the word meant. And I asked you to help me clarify what it meant whilst I was still praying. And I believe this is the answer that I was looking for. So, what the angel was saying is that by mentioning the fact that our elderly used to do that, I didn't know at that time that that was a form of divination. And I know that it's still happening in many parts of our country where people still look at the other's hands, or like I said, in my case, it was not the lines inside my hand. It was the white color here on my nails. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying better. But that is what it was. And the old man who looked at my hands did say that one day I will be rich. But what I didn't know, and what I believe he didn't know, was that that was a form of divination. So I just wanted to give feedback. Thank you very much, Puff. I think this is exactly what I was seeing, and the definition that you have given me is exactly what I was looking for. From Marang Spiritual Ministries, your host, Job Moraka. Goodbye.